Right guys, well, what a better way to start another episode of We've Gone Fishing than with this lovely 13-pound mirror. I'm actually down here on Longleat Top Lake and I just caught this one on the Snowman rig just on the bottom. Literally just roared off, only had the rods out about half an hour. So we'll get this back and we'll tell you a little bit more about how I caught it, what I'm doing, where I'm at and everything else. Gone fishing. Right then guys, well I've just got that fish back into the water and just cast my rod back out. And I thought I'd just explain basically what the plan is and what the intention was of this weekend. I haven't actually been out fishing in quite a long time. It's been over 3 years and I'm sure some of you guys who are subscribers to my channel, you'll know that I haven't put a video out in a long time. So it's really nice just to be back out on the bank and I just wanted to make another video. Basically the original plan was to actually go to Longleat Middle Lake, but seeing as I haven't been here in so long, when I turned up, the weed is just incredible, completely unfishable in 70% of the lake. So what we did was we came and had a look around at the top lake. The top lake had a few people fishing on it. It was mainly towards the shallows and there was a lot of fish just milling about in the shallows. I basically had two decisions to make, whether I were to go and fish in the shallows somehow, but I couldn't really get up there. And if I did, I would have been, you know, fishing over someone else's line. So basically I decided that I'd come down towards the dam end and kind of go for the potluck that there's 500 fish in here and there's only 16 up in the shallows showing. So basically I thought I'd come down here and see if I could nab a bite. Certainly as it gets colder I thought it would be a good bet in the evening they'd come down this way and I'd be able to maybe grab one. And that's I think what happened. The temperatures dropped right down. We were quite hot early on, it's about 25 degrees earlier on, blistering sun, and now it's gone down to about 19, not even that, maybe even 16 degrees. So basically what I think is happening is the fish are moving down towards the dam. They're showing over my area all the time. One just topped then as I'm talking to you now, over my left hand rod. And yeah, I think we're actually in for a good chance of having some more. I got a very feisty 20-pound 4-ounce ghosty, absolute pearler, ripped off on the same rod as the last fish, not long after I put the rod back out again. This is actually my PB ghosty, and what a way to smash it, what a stunning fish. Let's get some photos and get it back. Go on fishing. Right, well there we go guys, just as I've finished dinner, a lovely little 15-pound Longleat, beautiful little mirror. Just taken on the hinge stiff rig. Wonder why it hadn't gone for a while actually, seeing as there was so much activity, but it finally roared off, absolutely nailed in the bottom lip. There was no chance of him getting off. So as usual we get some photos and get this chunky little monkey back. Gone fishing. Well, another fish, it's about half 10, 11ish now. This is 18 pounds. Quite a nice little chunky mirror actually, just taken on the hinge stiff rig. The creeps didn't pop up. I don't actually know what you can see of the fish, whether it's looking good or not. It's a bit shaky, a bit dark, but we'll get some nice photos and hopefully you can have a look at them. Yeah, just about to go to bed, so take some photos, get this one back and hit the sack. Alright guys, gone fishing. It's the morning now and sadly last night was uneventful. It's about 10 o'clock in the morning. The wind has completely swung round. And last night we had nothing, which is slightly unusual for me. I didn't expect us not to have anything. There was fish topping over us at night. What did happen though was we had some thunder and lightning. It wasn't over us, it was in the distance actually, but it was still causing it to be quite humid. Like I said, the wind swung round and as soon as that happened the fish stopped topping after that last fish that we had. Everything went very quiet. I had a drop back and a few liners, reeled my rod in this morning and my right hand rod had been attacked by crayfish, which is a bit annoying. So we're going to see what happens. I think normally because this is deeper water the fish have gone out to the shallow ends, that's what I'd normally think. but I'm actually not too sure. There hasn't been any showing up at the top there. The water's still quite warm and the wind's quite cold. So I'm wondering if the wind's pushing the fish down to the lower levels and keeping them down in the depths of the dam. But we'll see. I'm just about to recast the rod, so what I thought I'd do is just run through some rigs and show you how I'm approaching this day ticket venue. This rig is my bottom bait rig. This is pretty commonly used around every day ticket venue, the snowman rig, but to be fair, most rigs are used all around every different venue. But it's more about how you fish them rather than how you actually use it. So, for example, I'm doing some things a little different. So obviously I'm trimming down my pop-up, right down. I'm using silicone on the hair instead of a ring, which is not slightly unusual, that's quite common. I'm using shrink tubing, which is used by less people yet again. Got a bit of strip back and some sinkers. The big difference that I'm doing is trimming my baits right down, attention to detail, making sure that my pop-ups, my bait stop is really small, fine cut down, that the bait is sitting correctly and the water is just sinking down nice and slowly, so when the fish picks it up it just flies straight in, hooks them in the back of the mouth. I'm also being very careful as to where I put my silicone on the bend of the hook. It's perfect so that the hook just sits out nicely, ready to grip the fish. It's also all about the angle of the shrink tubing and the amount of strip back that we've got. The other thing that I've paid close attention to is the length of my hair. Now, a lot of people fish their baits really tight to the shank, but what I wanted to do was leave a little bit of room to allow a bit of play so that when the fish picks it up, it can't particularly feel the hook straight away. But then, if it breathes it in fast enough and it's confident enough, it's going to hit. I'm also fishing a reasonably long hook length, about 12 inches. And this is because of the weed that we've got out in front of us. There is a nice clear spot that I'm fishing to, but there's also weed surrounding that area, so I wanted to make sure that if there is any stuff on the floor, my rig's coming down nicely over the top of it. This is what the finished product looks like. I'm basically putting a bag and a stringer on as well, which is something that I don't normally do. I'm using a mixture of Hinder's nuts and blitz boilies. I've just got 4 hook baits there on a little stringer. In the bag mix I've got crushed Hinder's nuts and crushed Hinder's blitz boilies. I'm also mixing in with that bag mix some Beetlin liquid gold. Everybody who watches my videos knows how much I love that. And also just for a bit of a fishy, strong, oily smell, just to try and captivate the fish, is the Hinder's snails liquid. This stuff is absolutely brutal. It is just like rocket fuel, this stuff. It fishes really well on longleat, and to be fair, I've found it that fish really well on it on most venues as well. Like I said, I'm putting the Hinder's nuts boilies in. These are probably my favourite bait. Kind of a cross between a live system, shell kind of thing is the best way of describing them. If you're new to it, it's definitely different. It's really nice. Obviously they resemble a little washbout bait. These are just 14mm, and I'm just trimming these down. They look really old and bedraggled, like a bait that's safe for the fish. I'm throwing a bit of blitzing as well, just to add a bit of fishy liquid kind of smell out there. It's a strong and smell really good bait and just catch well. These are 15mm as well. And all we're doing is just taking them into a quarter crusher, crushing some of them up to fine powder, and then some of them up to just halves and quarters, just so that it creates that diversity for the fish, that when they come down to the spot, they're not aware of one particular size of bait, they're just completely relaxed and are not sure what's going on. The good thing about the powdery stuff inside the bags is it creates like a cloud, and when they start feeding on it, it'll start coming up. It is small amounts of bait, but generally on these sorts of waters, people tend to put hundreds of baits in at once in a big bait, and all I've been doing is put 6 or 7 hook baits out, bag, the stringer, out it goes, onto the spot. Just big scatter of boilies, not too many, but scattered out, spread out nicely, and it's just creating, you know, a bit of relaxed atmosphere for the carp. They're not really sure what's going on, and they're just picking up my hook bait. So that's my first rod. I'll get back to you in a minute with my second rod. I don't actually know what you can hear or see of me. I actually broke my tripod, so I'm actually using the GoPro and just filming out of my hand, so the footage might be a bit shaky and a bit bad. Basically, it's now Sunday night. Last night was uneventful for me, and we didn't have anything yesterday through the day. Had a few liners, nothing substantial. We've been plagued by crayfish quite badly. Today's been quite quiet. We had Dommy come down yesterday in the afternoon, and he managed to bag 2 this afternoon, which was really good. It was 16 and 19, 2 really nice fish. There's been a few fish out around the lake. It's been raining today with southerly wind, so it's been quite good. It's been hacking down into our corner, which is obviously really good. It's a warm wind. The water temperature is still quite warm, but it's dropping now as the rains come down. It's literally just stopped in time for me to take a little walk around the lake. We've got the whole lake to ourselves now. Everyone's left. Obviously, it being Sunday night, everyone's got to go to work tomorrow, and luckily, well, not luckily, but at the minute I'm unemployed, so I'm utilising my time and seeing if I can bag some fish. Right guys, well there we go. It's just gone 11 o'clock. I have this lovely 20 pound 14 ounce mirror. Starting to wonder why I haven't caught anything for a while, but just managed to bag this one on a snowman rig. Well chuffed with that, what a beautiful fish. Didn't fight particularly hard, but yeah, what a beauty. In mint condition. As always, get this one back, get some photos, and probably hit the hay. I managed to wipe both my rods out, so I've got to sort both of them out, but get them back out and see if we can have another one fishing. Right then guys, it's just gone 6 in the morning. Just had this 13 pound common. Just taking on a snowman rig yet again. Had a 15 pound common during the night, but I couldn't get a video of it. But probably seen the pictures by now. I'm very tired. I'm going to put this one back and try and get some sleep before the morning. Right guys, go on fishing. Right then guys, well, good morning. A lovely little 17 pounder here. Just taking on a snowman rig yet again. There's fish in front of us and they're moving about and they're top and they're looking active, so hopefully we can bag another couple before we go. And I think we've got a few more hours left in the session before we have to get the rods in. But we'll corker, let's get some photos and get this one back. Go on fishing. Right then guys, well there we go. A very old, chunky little 20 pound mirror. Just a scraper 20 pound 1 ounce, reweighed it, still 20 pounds, so what a corker. A few bit of damages to its tail, and a weird scab thing on this side of its head on its gill plates. But apart from that, a nice fish. Literally cast out and straight away it picked up. I just saw a fish top and I put it straight on his head and it went straight away. So absolutely amazing, made up with that. 9 fish I think we're on now. That's nice. I think get some photos and get it back. Cheers guys, go on fishing. Right then guys, well we are slowly drawing towards the end of the session, not quite over yet. Last night as you saw I had a few fish, which was actually really good to get amongst them. There's been a lot of fish topping over the area. And I just basically put the same stuff out. There's snowman rigs with the small bags, some stringers and some baits around. Found a really good hard spot and got onto that, and I think as people, you know, as there was less lines in the water, the fish got a bit more confident and started feeding again. They usually used to shut down on Saturdays anyway, so Sunday night, obviously last night was a good night to get some fish. The weather conditions yesterday was absolutely bucketing it down, and I think that kind of brought them down the layers. Today there's no wind, it's been raining a little bit. I actually had that 20, the last fish that I actually had that straight away. I saw a fish top and actually stopped before I casted, watched it, saw it wasn't a duck, and casted straight on top of it. And obviously we had that fish straight away. Didn't even put the rod on the rest and it was going. So absolutely awesome. It's been a great session so far. We'll hopefully see if we can get another one out. Bye guys, cheers. You're probably wondering what's going on there. Basically, towards the end of the session, it started to rain, and I packed my camera away because it was raining. I didn't want to get my camera out of the rain. Obviously, it was just not going to happen. The session ended with no further fish action. It was a great shame, but I kind of expected it. The weather took a turn for the worst, and I had to leave in the end. But anyway guys, if you did enjoy this video, then please give it a big thumbs up, and also if you're new around here, then subscribe. There will be more videos coming, and I will be back out on the bank very soon. I'm going on holiday for 2 weeks next week to America, so I'm going to be making daily videos of that. So if you want to see them, head over to my other channel. The links will be down in the description for all my social media, my Facebook where the photos will be, and like I said, my other YouTube channel where I make videos all the time, and videos of my travelling experiences. Also, the links will be down there for Hinder's website, so if you're interested in checking out some of the baits and learning a bit more about what they've got on offer, some of the great baits that they have, then go down there and check them out. Anyway guys, that is it from me this week. I hope you enjoyed this video. I had a really great time on the bank. It's been so long and I was so glad to get back out. But anyway, like I said, that's it from me. See you guys very soon. Go on fishing.